I'm just such thing. Giving knowledge, right? Interact with the student, to build up the communication, to provide the knowledge, to exchange the ideas. Okay, so this is very traditional one. Nowadays, everything is updated. The world is become what? Global village, where technology plays an important role. New technique, new strategies, new method, new approach play an important role. So in this regard, NEP 2020 stressed that Digital India campaign is very much important to give the qualitative education or the qualitative teaching to the student. If we teach the learner from out of the box, then they may get some innovative ideas on the topic. At present, our teaching should not be limited with only book or some PDF material. In this case, we can use some innovative method, innovative technique, innovative ideas like film strip, movie, pictorial material, infographic or other mind mapping. All this technique we can use in the field of teaching. So before explaining those methods, those techniques, those innovation, for those approaches, first come to the meaning innovation. So from the words we can say that innovation is what? Something new. The word innovation has been derived from the Latin word innovate, which means to change something into something new. When we apply a new method, the previous knowledge of the learner gets transformed into the new knowledge in a new form. So in teaching, it refers any new approach, any method. If there is technology is not available, you can use different way to impart the learner. So regarding in this connection, we will discuss about the innovative approach. First, discussing about the innovative approach, we can understood the term approach. Approach, method, these two terms look like similar, but it has some difference. If we are talking about the approach, we will say in general term. If we are talking about the method, we will say in specific terms. So, innovative approach in teaching learning process, the first one is what? Team teaching. At present, NEP 2020 also focus on team teaching, interdisciplinary activities. One department collaborate with the other department and they should perform the activities. So team teaching means what? Cooperative learning, collaborative learning, where the teachers make a team and impart the learners, or the teachers can make the team of the learners of different ability, average, below average, intelligent. All those learners are in one team and they learn, and the teacher also impart them. So cooperative teaching is very helpful to unite the student to so there are some elements of cooperative teaching like positive interdependence. Positive interdependence means in a group, within the member there is a what? Confidence. They dependent on each other. Second one, face-to-face interaction, where in this picture you can see there is a what? Face-to-face interaction. Individual and group accountability, each and every individual responsible for their learning. Interpersonal skills, that means what? They are talking to each other, they share their experiences, and group processing. This is what at the end of the program they achieve the goal. The second one is what? Reflective teaching. So reflection means what? From the term reflection, what does it mean? Yes, introspection. You have to examine yourself. After taking the class, whether I use the proper method for that topic. For example, if I teach English through lecture method, or if I teach mathematics through lecture method, then is it beneficial to the student? That is what reflective teaching. We must reflect on ourselves. What approach we should use, what method we should use, what kind of philosophy we should carry as a teacher to impart the learner. Second number, there are some approaches like ethical dimension, then action research. We can use action research to investigate the problem of the learner and at the same time improve our teaching. And the last one, recognition of the problematic area. Sometimes students may not give attention to our class. This might not be their fault, maybe our fault. We have to search where I have or we have some issues regarding teaching. So recognition of the problematic area is another important approaches of reflective teaching. Reflective teaching means examine yourself every day, in every class. We have to examine ourselves. Teacher means is not something we know everything. We are the learner. We are the learner in every step, in every stages. That's why we have focus on ourselves. So when we are talking about the reflective teaching, then what comes? Observe. We have to observe ourselves. Then we have to analyze ourselves. I might not be take the good step in this thing or in this topic. There may be other way where I improve my teaching. This way we can analyze, take decision and plan. After knowing my problem, I have to plan my teaching. Which method I should use. Self-evaluate. Adopt that method and create and innovate. Apply that method or technique in your teaching. This is the cycle of reflective teaching or the process. When the teacher practices the reflective teaching, what he or she does. Raise awareness of teaching and learning process. Second, fosters teacher development. Third, allow teachers act as agents of innovation. This is the practice, reflective practice. I think this point is clear. Now another important approach which at present we use, this is what? Constructivism in teaching. So from the term constructivism, it is what? To construct, to form. We have to form our experience. We have to create our experience. So this definition evolved from, this concept evolved from cognitive psychology. Cognitive psychology deals with our cognition, with our thinking, with our memory, with our mental process. So constructive paradigm is based on the contribution of Piaget, Vygotsky, Gardner, Dewey, Coleman and many other psychologists. So in this philosophy or in this approach, what they say that we have to create the experience, construct the experience. So in this regard, they suggest 5E model. At present in the school education, the focus is given on the 5E model. So number 1 is what? Engage. Students are allowed to engage in teaching process or in learning process. Then explore what they learn from that experience. Then explain. They have to explain in front of the teachers. Teachers also clarify their doubt, their concepts, elaborate. If their concept is right, then they have to apply in other tasks. And the last one is what? Evaluate. After their task, they can also evaluate themselves, or the teacher can also evaluate the performance of the learner. So in this regard, the role of teacher is what? What? Yes, facilitator. The role of the teacher is what? Facilitator. He or she can only guide the learner, provide the task, they learn by themselves. And the soft skill. Soft skills are not technical, they are core skill but non-technical. Beside the approaches, beside the method, we develop some skills in ourselves, like public speaking skill, leadership, how we lead the classroom, conflict management in a class. There might be a conflict. How you are going to manage that class? You must know this thing. Decision making, then time management, 1 hour class. How you manage your time? We have to plan for that, right? For example, 5-minute introduction. Planning কি হয় আমার ক্লাসৰ ইন্ট্রোডাকশন হয়, প্রেজেন্টেশন হয়, নরমালি ক্লোজার হয়। এটা আমি স্কুলতো এপ্লাই কৰো, we apply in the school and at the same time we can also apply in the college. So within the introduction, which things comes like testing the previous knowledge of the learner, right? And within the presentation, explain your topic, ask the question during that time, and then what? Closure. In closure, you sum up the topic, give the assignment. This is the step where we proceed our class. So, in this way, we can manage our time.
Announcement should be there.
Yes, এইটো আৰম্ভণিতে হ'ব। আপোনাৰ ইন্ট্ৰোডাকশনতে আহিব, আপুনি যেতিয়া প্ৰিভিয়াছ নলেজ টেষ্ট কৰিব, যেতিয়া তেওঁলোকে পাৰিব, তাৰ পিছত আপুনি টপিক এনাউন্স কৰিব লাগে, আজি মই এইটো কৰাম। সেইটো এনাউন্স কৰি দেন আপুনি বৰ্ডত লিখিব লাগিব। বৰ্ডত লিখি দেন আপুনি আৰম্ভ কৰিব লাগিব। তো সেইটো সেনেকৈ আমি এটা প্ৰপাৰ প্লানিঙৰ ক্লাছত সোমাব পাৰোঁ। প্লানিং ইজ মেণ্ডেটৰী, প্লানিং ইজ মাষ্ট, all of we plan before entering the class. So in this way, stress management, classroom বহুত stress হয়, কেতিয়াবা ল'ৰা ছোৱালীয়ে বহুত বেয়াকে কৈ দিব পাৰে। তো in that case, how you react, this is also your soft skill. Communication skill, if in a class there is only one-way communication, then the class might not be effective. Then interpersonal skill. Interpersonal skill means what? Relation of student with the teachers. So soft skills are though non-technical, but these skills are equally important to other approach. Then the next approach is what? Information and communication technology. All we know the role of ICT at present scenario. We can better understand by the pandemic period, COVID-19, 2 years lockdown, right? 6 months or 7 months in every year. So in that period, ICT play a great role in our life. So we can't deny ICT, and we must digitally literate ourselves in this connection or in this area. ICT is a must or a main requirement of the teaching learning process. Now another important approach is web-based instruction blended learning. So here we use online video, at the same time we interact with the learner. Face-to-face and online, both are blended to make the teaching effective. Then next topic is method of innovative teaching. In earlier period, what I said, there is a basic difference between approach and method. When we are talking about the approach, we are talking in a simple, in a general way. But when we are talking about the method, we are talking in a very specific way. So brainstorming, all we know about the term brainstorming, right? Lots of brains focus on one problem. And what comes from there? The storm of ideas. So there are some techniques like mind mapping, brain writing, rapid ideation, star bursting, question storming. এইবোৰ টেকনিকৰ জৰিয়তে আমি ব্ৰেইনষ্টৰ্মিং সেশন আমি আমাৰ ক্লাছতো চলাব পাৰোঁ। লাইক ষ্টুডেণ্টক ক'লোঁ তোমালোকে এইটো টপিকৰ ওপৰত নিজৰ ফালৰ পৰা আইডিয়া কিছুমান প্ৰভাইড কৰা, 15 মিনিট সময় দিছোঁ, তেওঁলোকে নিজৰ আইডিয়া লিখিব, আমাক জমা কৰিব, তাৰপিছত আমি প্ৰপাৰ এটা সলিউশ্যন তেওঁলোকক দিব পাৰোঁ। তো আমি সেনেকৈ ব্ৰেইনষ্টৰ্মিং সেশন এটা ক্লাছত চলাব পাৰোঁ, আমাৰ নিজৰ টপিক লৈয়ে আমি চলাব পাৰোঁ। ষ্টাৰ বাষ্টিঙৰ যে কথা কৈছিলোঁ তাতে মানে প্ৰব্লেম থাকিব, কি নোটবোৰ থাকিব, হোৱাট, ৱেৰ, ৱেন, হোৱাই, হাউ অৰ হু। যেতিয়া এইবোৰ কি নোটৰ ওপৰত এনচাৰবোৰ ওলাই পৰিব, লগে লগে আমাৰ যিটো প্ৰব্লেম হয় সেই প্ৰব্লেমৰো আমি সলিউশ্যন পাই যাম। হোৱাট, ৱেৰ, ৱেন, হোৱাই, হাউ, হু। তো আমি এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ টেকনিকৰ জৰিয়তে ল'ৰা ছোৱালীক এটা ইনোভেটিভ ৱেৰ থ্ৰুদি, এটা ইনোভেটিভ মেথডৰ জৰিয়তে শিকাব বা পঢ়াব পাৰোঁ। এনি টাইমটো ধৰি লওক আমাৰ টেকন'লজি এভেইলেবল নহ'বও পাৰে, কানেকশ্যন নহ'বও পাৰে। চ' হোৱাট উই কেন ডু, rather providing the explanation or rather giving the lecture, we can use this technique to make our class interesting. Then flip classroom.